Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm Little K and this is Little K Artistry. We are in my studio today. Today I am recording this. It is Friday, so I don't know if it's Friday when you're watching this, but if it is, I hope you all had a wonderful week and you have a very pleasant weekend. I want to thank everyone once again for joining. This is just so special for me to share this art that I love so much with all of you every day, every week, every single time I go onto YouTube. There are more of you out there that are subscribing and commenting and liking and sharing, and I just have to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. It is wonderful. It's just amazing to see, and it makes me so happy. I can't stop smiling. You're making my dream come true. All I want to do is share my art and how this form of art has grounded me and has helped me through one of the most difficult times of my life, and how it continues to bring me so much joy and peace and happiness. And now some of you all are commenting, saying the very same things, that you also believe that art is very therapeutic and relaxing, and that you enjoy watching my videos, which makes me feel so good. So thank you very much. I come into my studio every day and I paint for me, and I never thought in a million years that so many other people would like to watch this and would get the enjoyment out of it that I do. And it's just so humbling. It's a huge blessing, and I can't even thank you enough. So thank you, once again, thank you. I'm not going to shout out all the states and the countries this time because there's so many. I will on the next one. I'm going to be doing another full-size canvas. This is just a small canvas. This is a 16-inch round canvas, and I don't know if you can tell on the video or not. Hopefully you can. It actually has a curved edge, unlike the other round and square and rectangular canvases that I have worked that are just have sharp corners. This one actually has a rounded edge, and I quite by accident found these, and they're hard to find, and I just am in love with them and the way that they make the art look on the wall. I have one hanging in my kitchen that was a cloud pour that I did that's blue and white. I just love the way that it looks. Some of you have commented on the piece that I did a few videos ago, the bright pink background with the bright pink in the middle. And I wanted to show you what that looks like. It is all dry now. I can't remember, I'll have to go back and check to see what number video it was, but it is completely dry now. And it dried beautifully. This is another one of the pieces that I have done with my pouring medium that I'm going to be sharing coming up very soon for all of you who are interested. It's a very simple pouring medium, and it dries very, very well. It's very smooth on the canvas, even though there was quite a lot of paint in this blowout, especially in the center. It did take a couple of days to dry, but it is almost completely flat on the canvas, which I love. So that's what it looks like dry. The colors are a little bit muted because they darken a little bit because they're acrylics. Once I put a clear coat of varnish over it, the colors will pop again. This is a Little K pouring medium. This does not use Floetrol of any kind. So the color, typically when you use Floetrol as your pouring medium, it does mute the colors, it dulls them a little bit. This actually is the colors were a little bit muted, and I used some darker colors, which is why it looks a little muted, but that bright pink and the gold are still showing in there. So that one I really, really love. I wanted to show you that all dry. I also wanted to show you another piece that I am working on. This is not completed. Very few people have seen this. This is a 16-inch cradled, not cradled, this is a gallery wrapped canvas. And I did a cloud pour on this one, and I did a specific kind of a cloud pour. It was really small and off to the center because I wanted to add some texture. Now, like I said, this is not done yet, but I wanted to show you what I'm doing with it. This is the texture that I put around the edges, I still have to work on it some more. There are a few cracks here and there, which is not a problem because I'm going to fill them in anyway. I expected it to crack a little bit. Some of them I'm going to keep because this is actually a tidal pool. So these are going to be rocks all around it. So I want to keep some of the cracks. So once I paint this, it'll be colors of grays and browns and things like that, rock colors. And then this maybe will be available for sale, but I might keep it. So this was just an idea that came to me one day. I was like, I wonder if I just do a small cloud pour that kind of looks like a puddle, and then I can put some texture around it to make it look like the ground. So that's another one that I'm working on. I wanted to show you that one. Now, actually, I have to tighten my apron because it keeps coming off. What I'm going to do today, this is another of the blooms. I'm going to try and do a 3-petal bloom this time, possibly 4-petal bloom. I don't think this canvas is large enough to support a 5-petal bloom. I think it will just go all off the edges and it won't look right. So I'm going to try a 3-petal bloom. I have selected a background color, which is a pink. I'll tell you what they all are as I pour them. And then I have a darker pink and 2 blues, and then a little bit of gold for the center. Again, when I put them on the canvas, I'll let you know what they are. And if you wanted to do a painting like this, if you like it, I've not used these colors before, so I don't know how it's going to turn out. Hopefully it will look good and not like butt. However, you know what I'm going to say if you've seen any of these videos. At least it will be pretty butt. All right, so let's get going. Again, I really want to thank you all for your wonderful comments and your support. I really can't thank you enough. Your engagement with my page and the videos and your comments, it's just wonderful, and I really love. I get up in the morning and I answer all the messages and the comments, and I write back, and it's just a wonderful, positive way to start my day. I love it. All right, so I've got a little bit of a piece of schmutz on there. Peel that off. Okay, so this is my 16-inch round canvas. I am going to start with a base. I'm going to put a base coat down. This is with my pouring medium. It's quite thin. I'm going to kind of hold this up so you can see the consistency. This is similar to or in the style of a Dutch pour. Dutch pour just uses water. This actually has a medium with it that's not water, but you'll see it's very, very thin. Very, very thin. That's my consistency. And when I share, I'm going to do a video, and when I share my pouring medium for this particular style, I will mix the medium and then we'll do a pour with it, and then I'll tell you all the ratios and everything. But it's quite thin. And the whole point of it being so thin is so that it moves really well on the canvas. Because this is I am going to use a hairdryer, and the link is in the description to the hairdryer that I use, both of them. I am going to blow this out with a hairdryer, so I do need the paints to be thin enough so that they will move. Now in the last video, I told you that I was going to try each time in the video kind of share some tips and tricks with you. Some of the feedback, which thank you, has been wonderful. You have mentioned to me some of the things that you really like, some of the things that you don't like so much. One of them was seeing close-up at the end, so I'm going to try and get behind the camera and zoom in a little bit so you can see this when I'm done. One of the other comments was the fact that you all said that you really liked it that I don't spend the whole video talking, which is funny because some of the comments were like, oh, we love it when you talk, and other of the comments are like, no, don't talk. So I'm like, okay, should I just shut up and paint, or should I talk too? And then there's a couple of really sweet people who'll be like, oh, you're so funny, we love watching you. And I was like, okay, all right. So you can't please everyone. Trust me, I've tried. It definitely can't please everyone. All right, so I'm just gonna spin this. I'm gonna try and get all the color. Okay, I want the color to go all the, and that looks kind of neat actually. I want the color to go all over, the base to be all over the canvas. And then I will likely put a puddle ring around the colors once I get them down here. It's so smooth. This is like, for me, this part before I put anything on the canvas except the base. It's like, there's so much potential here to screw up. Basically, so much potential to make a mistake. But really, honestly, this is art. And are there really any mistakes in art? I don't think so. Okay. So that's the base. Now the base is, these are all Amsterdam colors. The base color, which one is this? This is Persian rose. So this is Persian rose with my pouring medium. This one, I think this is this Payne's gray? Nope, this is Prussian blue. This is Prussian blue. And this is one of my favorite blue, Prussian blue, and this one, Winsor & Newton's Winsor blue. These are like my two favorite dark blues, Prussian blue and Winsor blue. Winsor & Newton colors are gorgeous. One of my favorite colors is their Winsor violet. Beautiful. I'll use that in another one. Okay, not this one. This one is going to be shades of blue and pink. So I'm just going to put a little. We're not going to need very much paint. This is not a huge canvas. And I know that someone commented on one of my videos that I put up yesterday, oh, there's not very much paint and you made that big, beautiful painting. That's the point with fluid art. You don't need a lot, which I love because there's very little waste. Okay, this one, this is a lighter blue. This is also Amsterdam, and this is turquoise blue. So Amsterdam's turquoise blue. And I think this is caput, yes, caput mortuum violet, also Amsterdam. That's the next color I'm going to put down here. Caput mortuum violet. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, because you know, I mean, if you guys remember the fiasco with gesso and gesso, by the way, it's gesso. I was guessing wrong. It's not gesso. I guessed one. I cracked myself up. I've just probably lost some people there. I'm sorry. I can't help it. I can't help it. Okay, that's the Prussian rose. Okay, now we have Amsterdam's deep gold. I do use this in the middle of a lot of my paintings. I got this idea from watching my mentor, Ben Skidania. I really love the way it looks with the gold in the middle. There have been a couple that I've done that have silver in the middle. I don't like it as well. Don't know why. Just don't like it as well. Okay, so that is 5 colors. That's it. 1 for the base and 4 in the center. This is the moment of truth. I'm always a bit apprehensive to do this because I'm so worried I'm going to mess up. I don't know if anyone else feels that way. If you do fluid art and you use a hairdryer and you blow it out, please comment and let me know that you also have a little bit of anxiety right before you get ready to blow it out, because I hope I'm not the only one. Here we go. My hairdryer, link is in the description. If you have not heard me speak on this before, I will tell you. If you have, plug your ears, fast forward, whatever. This is the link to this is the black one. I also have a little purple one. It's the same one. And it has a diffuser taped to it because the one that came with it wasn't wide enough. And I have it on cold. I folded up a little piece of cardboard, depressed the cold button, and then taped it around so every time I turn my blower on, it's already on cold and I'll have to hit the cold shot button. And I'm going to do this on low. Again, in a previous video I explained to you, instead of holding your blow dryer this way and pushing the paint, I'm going to try and hold it more perpendicular and push it this way, because that way you get more of the colors and it gets less muddy. Hopefully. That's the theory. So far it has worked. Here we go. I'm gonna shoot for 3 petals. If it looks like I need to do 4, I'll do 4. But I really want to try a 3-petal bloom. I've never done one before. Moment of truth. It might end up being 4. It's gonna be 4. Ooh, look at those cells. Pretty. Yep. We'll do a 4-petal bloom like hydrangeas. Hydrangea flowers have 4 petals. Yeah. Okay, a lovely 4-petal bloom. I'm going to pop the cells. If you don't recall why we do this before we spin, I will tell you. It is because when you pop the cells, they make a little circle. And if you do it before you spin it, the circle stretches out and it looks really pretty. If you do it out afterwards, it just looks like a circle. I might actually blow a little bit more of that gold. Hold on. Nope, I don't want to screw it up. All right, now I am going to define the petals a little bit. And this I just do with my finger. Again, I don't go all the way into the gold. I think I've shared that with you before. That's just my preference. I like to make them a little bit, I like to make the center a little bit bigger. One thing I did not do was a puddle around the outside edge. I didn't think I would need it. As it turns out, I didn't really, but I am going to put a little bit more out here, just so that the petals will move on the canvas. Okay, here we go. Let's spin it and see what happens. They might go right over the edge or they might not. I don't know yet. Okay, ooh, that's pretty. Oh, that is beautiful. That's okay. That's my favorite petal right there. I'm going to end up spinning it off because it's close to the edge. Okay. Actually, I think what I might do is move it a little bit that way. This is what I do like about using a smaller canvas on this spinner, is that I can pick it up and move it. When I do larger canvases on this spinner, they take up the whole spinner, and if I try to pick them up and move them, one part of the canvas will hang over the edge, and then that wouldn't be good. There's a fly in here, for heaven's sake. Every time I come in here, I think it's the same fly. I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him. Okay, I'm gonna spin one more time. So far, I've not had a fly put footprints in my painting, but I feel like it's going to happen any day now. Okay, there we go. So for the most part, every petal is about the same distance. One might say equidistant. Does that make me sound smart? Equidistant from the edge of the canvas. There are a couple more bubbles to pop. I don't typically like a 4-petal bloom, but I do like this one. And what I think I'm going to do, this is something a little bit different, my trusty dotting tool. I'm going to actually tweak the petals this time. I don't usually, but I feel like they're squiggly enough that I just love this one. This is like my favorite. Okay, so I'm going to use the end of my dotting tool, and I'm just going to pull the base into the petal in a few spots so it kind of looks natural. Maybe here. There we go. Okay, I'm going to do one here. Just because I think it adds a little bit more interest to the petal. See, so I'm pulling that base layer in and it's dragging some of the paint in with it. Looks really pretty. Oh, little fly, I'm gonna get you. It's like he's taunting me. He wants his 5 minutes of fly fame. Go away, fly. You land on my painting, especially in the middle of my video. Oh, I will do something bad. It's really, I love how the darker colors are around the outside edge. It's so pretty. I don't know how I feel about the middle. It's a little, let's see if I can bring up a few more cells. Okay, I'm going to spin it a little bit more. I think I'll spin it this way. So pretty. What do you all think? You're liking it so far? Ooh. Well, I like it. I think it's quite pretty. You love how this one is stretched over the edge. I think I should do that to all of them. Fly, go away. Do not come near my painting. I'm going to move it again and stretch just those two. I am really liking this. This is really pretty. More than kinda, it looks like, if you've ever looked at a hydrangea bloom, the mop head hydrangeas, not the lacy top ones, the mop head hydrangeas with they have the big ball of color. If you look at one close up, they have individual flowers, and each individual flowers only has 4 petals. And there's one called Bloomstruck, I think, and it's pink and blue. And this is looking very much like that. And if I haven't shared this with you yet, hydrangeas are one of my absolutely favorite flowers on the planet, especially the Nico blue hydrangea is beautiful. Okay, I think it's done. What do you guys think? Do you like it? This is making me smile. Not just because it's pink and blue, but it's a flower and it's on my favorite canvas. Do you guys like this? I do. I'm not sure how the composition is gonna go. Maybe like that. Like that. Maybe like that. I'm not sure. Okay, so I'm gonna come back there. What do you guys think? Do you like it? I'm gonna come back there and I'm loving the way the dark is. Oh, it's so pretty. The more I'm looking at it, the more I really like it. This is so pretty. Okay, I'm gonna come around there and I'm going to see if I can zoom in a little bit so that you guys can all see how pretty this is. Hopefully I can get the camera without being too, I'll try not to talk too loudly because I always forget as I get closer to the camera, the microphone is more sensitive and I don't want to scream in your ear. Okay, what do you think? Is that pretty or what? I'm gonna say that is pretty. Yeah. That is super pretty. Whoop. Okay, I'm gonna come back over there, I think. Bear with me. I couldn't drop my... One of these days, you guys, one of these days, I'm totally gonna drop my phone in the paint. I know it. It's gonna be horrible. Oh, okay. Well, I look forward to your comments and suggestions, and if I'm being too goofy, please let me know, but I don't know that I can stop. This is kind of my personality. Maybe it's the fumes. I don't know. They're not that strong, but I don't know. Maybe it's the paint. Maybe it's going to my brain, but I don't think so because I'm kind of like this in most areas of my life. Any of you out there who actually know me personally who are watching this, but this makes me so happy. It's so pretty. Let me know what you think of these colors. If you want to try this, don't forget to, I want to remind you, if you go back to my videos, video number 91 is how I prep my canvases. And then video 89 is how to make the spinner. That I did make the spinner myself. And I do go through, it's a how-to, it's really easy. And then for all the links for the various things that I use with regard to the blowers that I use and the torch that I use, those links will be down in the information for this video. And I look forward to your comments and like and share, and please subscribe. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do if you like what you see here. It's just me being me and hanging out in my little corner of the art world, making pretty things to share with you all, and this makes me happy. This is like dopamine for me. This is the best therapy in the world for me. If it makes you happy, if you love it too, I would love to hear from you. and share whatever you're comfortable sharing. I don't need to know everything, but some of you have shared some things with me that's just very touching, and it's very sweet. And I did used to be a life coach. I still am a certified life coach, so I know how to keep a secret. And I know about all those laws about not talking to people about other people. So not a problem there. If you want to share something with me, it just stays between you and I. And I love hearing from you and reading your comments. So thank you very much. I really appreciate your time. I know you've spent a few minutes with me, and that's time that you can't get back. So I really appreciate you spending a few minutes with me, because I know how important time is for you and for me, for everyone. Thank you so much again. Thank you. And remember, just go make the art. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.